In the previous tutorial, we have learned about using different types of decision-making constructs in C. In those tutorials, we used simpler problems to get the concepts. We will use more interesting and comparatively complex program examples to understand their use. Let's understand the objective of our first program. In ICSE examinations on 3 subjects, English, Maths and Science, students are given offers to select their streams based on the certain conditions. These conditions are: if marks of a student is greater than or equal to 70 in each subject, then the student is eligible for pure science. If marks of a student is greater than or equal to 70 in science and greater than or equal to 60 in other subjects, then the student is eligible for bioscience. If marks of a student is greater than or equal to 60 in maths and greater than or equal to 50 in other subjects, then the student is eligible for commerce. A student who does not fulfill any of these conditions but has passed all the exams is eligible for the arts. A student who has scored less than 30 marks in any stream has failed the exam. Another condition is that an eligible student for any specific stream may choose a stream with lower marks requirement. Here, we have the program that accepts the marks for each subject and prints the stream offered. Let's understand the program. First, the program takes the marks of English, Maths and Science from the user and stores them in variables E, M and S respectively. Then it uses nested if and if-else ladder to display the stream for which the user is eligible. The first if statement checks if students have scored passing marks, that is more than 30 marks in each subject. If this statement evaluates to false, the last else statement is executed, which prints the message failed, try next year on the screen. However, if this if statement evaluates to true, then we have a nested if construct for offering the stream that they are eligible for. Here, the first if statement is executed, which checks if the marks in each subject is greater than 70. If it evaluates to true, printf statement associated with this if statement is executed, which prints on the screen that student is eligible for pure science, bioscience, commerce and humanities. However, if this statement evaluates to false, the next else if condition is executed, which checks the eligibility of student for bioscience. In this manner, the if-else ladder is executed sequentially to check eligibility of students for other streams. Let's execute the program. We enter 90 marks for English, 80 marks for Maths, and 75 marks for Science. It works! In the output, the message appears: eligible for pure science, bioscience, commerce, and humanities. Since we entered more than 70 marks in each statement, so the message eligible for pure science, bioscience, commerce, and humanities. Similarly, you can check this code with different inputs. Now, let's move on to the next interesting program. First, we will understand the objective of this program. Metro Railways makes weekly payments to their workers. The remuneration is based on weekly working hours. The rate of payment varies with number of hours. For the first 40 hours, rate is rupees R per hour. For next 20 hours, rate is rupees R into 1.5. Next onward, rate is rupees R into 2.5. Here, R has been assumed to be the rate for 40 hours slab. Now the program shown here gets the weekly worked hours and R value as input and calculates the remuneration for the workers. Let's understand the program. The program allows user to enter worked hours and R values and then store them in the variables WH and R respectively. Next, the program uses if-else ladder to calculate remuneration. First if statement checks if the worked hours is greater than 60. If this condition evaluates to true, the remuneration is calculated using the formula. REM is equal to 40 into R plus 20 into R into 1.5 plus WH minus 60 into R into 2.5. However, if this statement evaluates to false, next if statement is executed, which checks if WH is greater than or equal to 60. If this statement evaluates to true, the remuneration is calculated using the formula REM is equal to 40 into R plus WH minus 60 into R into 1.5. Else, remuneration is calculated as REM is equal to WH into R. In the end, the printf statement prints the value of remuneration on the screen. Let's execute the program. We enter 20 hours and 100 rupees. A message appears on the screen. Remuneration for the week, 2000. Since we entered 20 hours which is less than 40 hours, so remuneration is equal to worked hours into hour. That is 20 into 100, which is equal to 2000. The same value is appearing on the screen. This means our code is working fine with different inputs. That's it in this tutorial. Well, this was the last tutorial of this chapter. So now is the time for you to work on the assignment of this chapter. Please visit the progress tracker to download the assignment.